Hi, all. This is Dr. J, streaming live to you from Long Island, New York. I'm going to invite some guests, namely Spike and uh, and Jake. Let me just see how to do that. I'm using a different venue for a change. There we go. All right, in a second I'll have the guests. Okay, hey Taylor, hey Tian, hey Catherine. Catherine, I finally looked at the fundamentals on your favorite stock, the NGO. And I see that they're a real company besides a day trading company. Apparently, have some interesting gene system, or whatever they call it, and they sell kits to that enable companies to do their research. Is that right? Anyway, it looks kind of interesting, but to me, it's always been up 25% one day, down 20% the next day, that sort of thing. So I've never really took it seriously as it's stock to hold. I hope people can hear me. Let me know if I'm coming in okay. Confucia went with a long list. TRTS, I think that's going to take a while. LJPC might take a while. Yeah, I got a little wet. It's about 100 degrees out. So I took some drinking water and put it and did the following. How's that? It is hot. Now, inside is another problem. They got some construction going on, so I can't go in the house, and therefore I'm on the phone. So we're gonna have fun today. Hopefully, Spike and Jake will arrive as promised. Uh, I don't know why I'm having trouble getting them. Let me just check one more thing with them. Jiggly, I'm late. Not that late. Not that late. I've been later. All right, 1 minute. I'm going to send them an email. Oh, Jake is on. Okay. Jake, if you're on, where are you? Huh. Oh, I see. There you are.
All right.
All right,
How's
I
it
think
going,
we're
Jake?
good now, right? Let's see, get Spike
Sounds
on.
good.
Spike, you on?
Yes, I'm on. Can you hear me?
No,
Yeah, we
I
can
hear
hear you.
you, but we don't see you.
Yeah, I know. Because, like I said, I'm on the beach, and that's going to make things very difficult.
Ah,
And so I
Okay,
figured
so
I'd save some bandwidth. If you guys want to see my ugly face,
today,
I'll be glad to show it.
today is like the hottest day of the year. It's crazy hot.
Plus, it's my wedding
Yeah.
anniversary.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Yeah,
So what you?
my wife's let me take an hour off to talk with you guys.
I heard you
Mm.
married 72 years. Is that right?
Mm.
It feels like it.
Well, you better not hear her say that. You better not hear her. I better not let her hear you say that.
Hmm.
So today was a little better than last week, right, Linda?
It's like,
Linda and I both got into CAPR today. We joined Spike.
Oh,
I was
nice.
smart enough to get in at 3.
That was a good one.
Spike.
yeah,
Sometimes Spike is smarter than us.
sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of times. Yeah, you guys should have told me. I would have joined
Well,
in.
not
One
maybe
thing,
that would have come.
one thing
Maybe
I
that would
will
have come
tell
to
you.
money.
One thing I will tell you about Professor Spike, he ain't nobody's fool.
Yes, Capricorn that was your call from weeks ago, but then you lost the faith, but I kept the faith.
I was in it. I made a small gain, but you kept the faith.
Yeah.
I got back in today in the 7s, just like Linda.
Ah. Oh yeah. I mean, it was right. It did peak at the 8s yesterday, did it?
What did I do today? I bought a lot of junk.
What you buy?
If you call Walmart junk, if you
Hmm.
call 3M junk, then I bought a lot of junk. But I did buy junk. I bought Lake, and I bought APT, and I bought what's that? Co-Diagnostics,
Hmm.
and I bought what else did I bought more miso. I do think miso or Capricorn will be the winner of the odds race. I sold my Pluristem today, the rest of it. So I'm
Yeah.
totally out of Pluristem. Bought it low, sold it high. So what? Let the next person make a profit.
Hmm.
I don't care.
Yeah, something happened to Spike.
Yeah, he's
Don't
at
worry.
the beach. He's celebrating his anniversary at the beach.
Yeah, okay, he dropped off.
Clarence is selling APT calls. Are you buying APT calls?
No.
I ain't buying them, Clarence. I'm buying the stock.
Yeah.
I think the earnings will be really, really good. Now, what about the earnings on 3M tomorrow?
Oh, nice. I forgot that was tomorrow.
I loaded up on 3M today.
Oh, good call.
I hope.
After hours?
I tripled my position in 3M.
Hmm.
That's a lot of 3M considering it's a $160 a share stock.
Hmm. Is
So
it after?
the big bet is on 3M for earnings tomorrow. How did it close? Did it do okay?
Yeah, up 2% today.
All right, so that's good. When I bought it, it was not that high. I think it was maybe it was 161, possibly. I don't know. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It's got to be blowout earnings tomorrow. They have to, they lowered expectations nicely for the month of May, and hopefully June will be a killer month. It'll pull them out and pull me out. So I'm looking for a 4 or 5% gain tomorrow on 3M.
Nice.
If I get 4 or 5% the other way, so it won't be the first time I've been wrong. And also, my Amazon went against me, of course, as I knew it would. Up today, when I sold at 3004, half of it. Actually, a little less than half, but almost half. So I'm not happy about that. But Athesis, I sold a few shares, and what I think it closed down today, right?
I don't know. What's following it?
Do you have the closing prices handy?
272.
Yeah, I sold at 278. Looking to come back in the
So
260.
all of
Much, everybody. It's a great honor to have Prime Minister of Australia. And congratulations and thank you very much, Mrs. Morrison. Thank you very much for being here.
We're getting some cross conversation.
It was an honor of you. And
Do we have the Prime Minister of Australia on our show?
No, I was watching the Trump conference call.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, he went to North Carolina. I think
Jiggly thinks you're living the life.
who, me?
Yeah,
Why?
you got that beautiful green background.
Yeah, that's basically it.
You
You know,
got
it was a really funny day. in
you got
Washington.
nice non-wrinkled shirts, unlike most of us.
Yeah.
And you're only 30 years old, so you by definition you're leading the life.
Yeah, by definition, yeah, there was nothing else.
So
Yeah, I'm living a bigger life, but if bonkers do what I expected to. Yeah, a couple of dudes.
Jigglypuff says your life is better than that. I didn't describe it accurately. There's always a beautiful background, hot women, and a glass of wine.
Well, not today though. I don't drink till after 5 p.m.
No women, no wine.
Yeah, good background though.
Good
Good
background.
background. Nothing else. Yeah.
Linda
Yeah, a
acts,
couple of dudes were
Linda acts
like
talking
she's the Bonker CEO today. That was so funny.
Linda acts like she's 30. You want to hook up with Linda?
Nah, my girlfriend's upstairs, so I don't know if she'll appreciate it.
That would be not wise, right?
Yeah, not wise. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Catherine is a longtime investor, apparently, in BNGO. I looked into it finally, and they have a genetic system of some kind that they sell for research purposes that other companies buy. And apparently they're a real company. I thought they were just a day trading name. I didn't know they did anything, because that thing goes up and down 25% a day. But apparently they're a real company.
Mm.
Let me try to get Spike back on. Add to stream. Spike,
Hello.
are you back on?
I'm here. I've been listening to your wonderful conversation.
Yeah,
Where'd you
we got
go?
the Prime Minister of Australia instead of you.
Yeah, so I was just thinking you were talking about GM when I came off, and not GM, 3M. GM is a big difference, and I've just been taking the ride for the last couple of months, and I'm perfectly happy staying that way.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that we get a nice earnings report tomorrow.
You know, long term, it's in the right businesses. That's what I think. That's one of
Yeah.
my few holdings that since I'm looking for a major downturn, I know I'm the only one because I'm a Cassandra. That's one of the few guys that I'm keeping, nonetheless.
You've been looking for that major downturn since I know you, since you were a pup.
Yeah, since I was born.
Since you were born, you're looking for that major downturn. You were
Right.
saying, I'm not going to make it out of my mother's womb. Forget it.
I ain't leaving, but I had no choice.
Yeah.
Untimely ripped. For those Shakespeare fans out there.
So Lake and APT, I keep adding. I love.
Oh boy, those are the gifts that keep on giving these days.
I tripled my position in APT. I keep adding to my position in Lake. So I have a heavy amount of going for me on those stocks.
You know something? We may even have to hold on till the following quarter's earnings, not just this quarter.
I think this quarter we're good for 30 on both.
Yeah, this quarter's going to give us a pop. Maybe we could cut half or something.
Yeah. and tomorrow 3M could be a 4 or 5% mover.
That would
way.
be nice.
Either way.
Now let me ask you a question. Would you sell into that?
I don't know.
I mean,
Sure.
one of the things I was thinking since the three of us was together was it would be worth having a discussion. You know, I find out that you guys bail so much more often and so much at a better time than I do. And sometimes
Not
I want to get
always.
inside your head about that.
No, I bailed on Capricorn. You didn't. Who's smarter?
Yeah,
Actually, for full disclosure, I bailed yesterday.
Oh, you
I
did.
decided to take a little profit.
That was bad timing. I came in today.
See, so I'm not so smart after all.
Well, maybe you are. Maybe I'm stupid for coming in.
getting it at 8 instead of 5.
No, I paid high 7s.
Gotcha.
And what else? I bought a lot of stuff, but I only sold Pluristem. The only thing I sold today.
Was which
I
one?
don't think Athesis is going to win the odds race.
Oh,
So
I know. I backed up Miso.
I added to Miso, and I think Capricorn has an outside chance.
Is Capricorn an odds play as well?
Yeah, they're in the odds race.
Okay. Maybe I'll get back in when it goes back to 5.
I think that's the only reason it's moving up. It's not moving up because of Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
Right.
It has different kind of cell.
Since Jerry Lewis died, there's not a whole lot of money in muscular dystrophy.
No, I guess not. Maybe we have to advertise for them.
Well, that bucket water challenge, that ice bucket water challenge, did okay for them.
We should put on our description, if anybody accidentally makes money because of this show, and I think it's because of the show, give a donation to Jake's favorite charity, your favorite charity, and my favorite charity.
That is a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be accidental.
Of course, accidentally.
That's the accidental.
Money.
Right. We accidentally mentioned something that does well.
Then they could accidentally donate to. In my case, it would be.
Yeah, well, for some of those people,
it would either be American Parkinson's Foundation or
that's for you,
or what do you call it? Michael J. Fox Foundation.
Oh yeah.
What would be your charity?
You know something? I mean, the ones that I'm into are pretty well taken care of. I think I would back up yours.
So you're good with that.
Yeah.
What about you, Jake? You have a favorite charity?
I'll back up yours. The Parkinson one is interesting.
You don't all have to go with mine.
Come on, but that one. I mean, let's put it this way. We have a vested interest in seeing that you stay healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, vested interest.
I seem to be doing the Parkinson's symptoms seem to be retreating a little bit lately, so I have no idea why. I didn't try any new medicines.
Knock wood.
Maybe I'm getting better.
Yeah, maybe you're spending more time outdoors.
Maybe.
You're always outdoors nowadays. Yeah.
Yes, a lot of outdoors.
Sun is the best disinfectant. What is that light?
Yeah, sunlight. Yeah.
AJB came to see us today, and AJB is remarking about your wardrobe as well.
Yeah. I just don't show yet.
Apparently, you're a trendsetter.
Nope. I just keep it simple.
Maybe we can get some, designers to come on and give us advertising money. Would you wear who's a big designer in men's clothing? I don't even know anymore.
Michael Kors.
Michael Kors. Okay. I mean, the only ones I know are the Italian ones.
Yves Saint Laurent.
Yeah, those. Well, he's French, isn't he?
Ralph Lauren. He does good men's stuff, and plus he's into sportwear, and Jake's a sporty-looking guy.
Yes, yes. So,
Yeah, I actually get a lot of my clothes
Vibrant
from the
Vixen.
gift store.
Vibrant Vixen joining us today,
Oh,
Mhm.
also known as Brooklyn,
Brooklyn, right?
also known as Centabulous. And don't anybody mess with her. She's from Bensonhurst.
Oh boy, what street?
You compare notes with her?
Yeah, we did.
You were like a couple of blocks away, I think.
Yeah, we lived pretty close.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, although just like the rest of the city, Bensonhurst is having a little taste of these violent upswings of late.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe
What?
it's not worth recounting, but
So we had 5 recommendations for stocks. The brothers from Tennessee and Vermont, Tim Graham and Cabinet Guy. They liked AMPE and QLGN, 2 biotechs. How did they finish today? We discussed it on Friday. The charts look good. Anybody following that?
No.
Can anybody have access to closing prices on AMPE and QLGN?
the only thing I
Just
have
curious.
is the waves on the beach.
And didn't Pete give us 2? Was it Pete that gave us PLX? I'm not sure.
Yeah, you guys got some good stuff on Friday, but I didn't
Yeah.
take notes.
Right. Somebody gave us PLX, and Heath Cobb gave us RADA, RADA. I don't know how they did today. I did not check, but I thought all these companies had merit. And there was one other one. I'm trying to think of the other one. Besides RADA, RADA, PLX, QLGN, and AMPE. What was the 5th one? There was one more.
AMQ.
Which one?
You guys already did. Advanced Micro.
AMP. Got it.
On Friday, that was. I don't remember the other
Oh,
one.
nice. That was a good call.
Don't remember the other one. But they all have merit. They all look reasonably good. Especially, it caught my eye, especially the brothers stocks, AMPE and QLGN. But you don't know the closing on them?
Well, AMPE was 117 close.
That's up a lot.
Yeah, it's up a lot. It's up like 22%.
Wow. See, this is what happens when you just pass things by and don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
The other one, QLGN.
Q and what?
Q is in Queen, L is in Liberty, G is in George, N is in nobody.
Yeah, 536.
Did that go up too?
Nah, I went down.
Went down. Well, the brothers are 1 for 2.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good one.
I didn't add any new names. I went with my old names. I sold, like I said, all my PLS Fluorostem, which is usually a buy signal. So usually the day after I sell, the stock doubles. So
yeah, I'm not making that mistake anymore.
Yeah. Well, see, then you should thank me for getting out of Capricorn.
Why did you have the same effect?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
Hey, has anybody brought up the conversation about Heat Biologics?
No.
HPBX?
Sort of that one was sort of making a move down and a move back up again. I have no idea what to think about that guy.
I have a bad history with that company. I wouldn't touch it.
What's the ticker?
HTBS.
I've been in it years ago and got hurt, so I wouldn't go back.
Oh, Hughes Biologics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
got
then what about Gern?
Which one?
Geron. Are you still in that?
Yes, even though I have a history that wasn't pleasant with that one, I am in it. I did sell half my position though.
Has it made any move for you one way or the other?
I lost a few pennies.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You know, this one was one of the only one that Adam Furstein was right on. You know, 2 days before they discontinue, he tweeted that they'll discontinue.
Yeah, but he's Mr. Negative. He's hired gun. And you know, he's allowed to be right more than wrong because the odds favor it.
Yeah, but this one was strange. It's very strange that he knew 2 days before.
Yeah. Capricorn is what? Is up another 55 cents after hours. Wow.
Oh my gosh. You're welcome,
So
everybody.
What did it close at? Jake, it looks like you're the handy dandy.
Yeah,
host.
exactly.
Well, I don't know. Well, let's see.
You don't
I mean, you didn't tell me about this.
you're not liking this one.
Yeah. Is that
It wasn't on the list.
It's not on your job specifications.
Yeah, it closed at like 9:59.
Wow.
What a
Six.
day.
Wow.
40.
Boy, do I have egg on my face?
Ah. No, like, see, I'm not chasing these stocks anymore. You know, I'm going sniper deep.
How about our Athesis was down, BCRX was down too, right?
Well,
Yeah.
BCRX is sort of just Wayne. It went up a little bit, but it's still below 5.
I
BCRX went up, yeah.
added today at 444. I
Nice.
like the fours today.
Yeah, good spot.
Yeah,
I had it around 480.
they were talking to CEO today in BioCris because Trump came to North Carolina. A couple of guys on the stock board drove over to the office and camped out there the entire day.
By
To,
BioCris?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
And Trump was the no-show.
I think BioCris has got a shot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm very.
Jake had some nice things to say about it today on the twits,
The what?
the stock twits.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Yeah, there were like two guys at the BioCris headquarters, like just camping out, waiting to see what the CEO was doing.
Yeah, well, they keep hinting towards, we're going to announce all these treatments while we're waiting for the vaccine. We're going to announce all these treatments while we're waiting for the vaccine. And a lot of people thinking that's going to be BCRX, but, it's going to be Galley, but everybody's still pretty tight-lipped.
Yeah, I mean, it was funded by Fauci org.
Well, it could also be the Regeneron.
I don't think so, since they just got the funding like last week. It could be. But.
I don't know. Regeneron is a monster company, and they could do almost anything. We're competing with the giants here.
Yeah, pretty big.
I don't mean
Yeah, but
New York.
a good product line is a good product line. Then we should be hearing rumors about buyouts.
I don't mean the New York Giants, and I don't mean the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah, I mean, the buyout room will come. The entire board has M&A experience. Actually, the chairman of the board, it was responsible for modern day Glaxo, right? He's the Glaxo welcome. So modern day GSK was acquisition merger. orchestrated by the chairman of BioCryst board. So next thing is the buyout rumor, but right now Dowie and Japan approval.
Clarence has got his money on J&J.
And not unreasonable, except that the other big guys were given. I think Pfizer was given billions upon billions of dollars, and the stock didn't react to it at all.
You and Bensonhurst have the same idea.
Hmm.
Is that because you're both from Bensonhurst?
Great minds think alike is what I say about that.
At the very same time, you both mentioned Pfizer.
Hmm.
And the reason is you know the corner of 42nd and 3rd very well.
Very funny.
I don't know if that's their corporate headquarters, but that's a big. It certainly is a big location for Pfizer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
43rd, 42nd corner of 3rd, right? I think that's where. I'm pretty sure that's where it is.
So I mean, J&J picked up all of its losses from the beginning of COVID, so it's about where it was at the beginning of the year. And the question is this one gonna? If there are more rumors of these guys having a decent player in the market for vaccines, is it gonna move like the other ones didn't?
I'm still in the AZN camp.
Yeah, well, I guess yes. You get a taste everywhere. A little bit of Pfizer, a little bit of AZN, a little bit of Gilead, a little bit of Johnson & Johnson, and see which one of those actually takes off. Because that's what the government is doing, actually.
Catherine's been doing her homework.
Yeah, Dr. Bernie Graham is a boss. He's very optimistic. He thinks he can make penicillin.
Jiggly, I think Jiggly moved into BCRX as well, right?
Go what?
Jiggly took his tandem money and bought BCRX.
Yeah, I did.
Right.
Yeah, it's holding me on the hook.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think there are about 5 or 6 that we've been on pretty tightly, holding tight with, and it seems like right now APT and Lake are the ones that are giving the best reward for the moment. But in terms of what we believe to be the long term payback guy, it's either going to be CVM or BCRX.
Jiggly is not far off, I don't think. Moderna and Co-Diagnostics, the testing.
Right. Now, have we sort of talked about Moderna here and there? I mean, because everybody says that they put out good news, the stock reacts positively towards it, but then you hear somebody whispering in your other ear that it's all overblown.
I don't know. You just hear the next news, I think.
I think more news come out for the election for Moderna.
Excuse me, Jake. What'd you say?
I think more news would come out for the election for Moderna. I mean, I believe a vaccine will be a lot earlier than we think. Is it good or not? Is it safe? I don't know. But they're definitely pushing it pretty hardcore.
Well, it seems to me that if these antibodies don't last, I mean, I don't know if they're even going to test for that. If they test that they produce antibodies, then these antibodies they find out these antibodies don't last. The question is, what is that going to do in terms of immunity? I mean, is it going to be this kind of thing where that somewhere down the road we have to prove that there's a lasting immunity associated with it? Then if you want to wait for that before you decide to jump in and take a shot, we're talking about next summer.
Yeah.
Who knows what the final solution, so to speak, will be?
Turn of a phrase. Let's hope it's not a final solution.
Well, not that final solution. How about Regeneron? Regeneron every 3 months will give you immunity.
Hmm.
That's
Interesting.
what they claim.
Well, like I said, is there a distinction between having antibodies and having immunity?
Yeah.
Because some people that I know, they said, "Oh, well, we had antibodies, but they faded." But that's fine. So the antibodies are gone, but the immunity might still be there.
Hey, Spike, when is Co-Diagnostics have earnings?
Code Diagnostics. Actually, you got to remember that's 3 months after the debacle that happened in April, right? So it's going to be a little bit later than was that May? So it's going to be a little bit later than the ones that we're looking at. Like I think APT is the one that we're most looking forward to.
Right.
Codex is going to be a little bit after that.
It'll be the end of August.
Yeah, it's I don't have my thing handy, but I think that's sort of on the later side, just like Lake. Like Lake is after APT.
Yeah, but Lake is the end of August.
Right. I think Codex is a slight bit earlier than that, but not much earlier than that.
Nobody knows how much Co-Diagnostics is selling because they just don't say.
Right, and a lot of people.
They have 2 tests. They have an antibody test, and they have a saliva test for the COVID.
Well, is that related to the thing that they're talking about with Rutgers? That Rutgers had this spit test.
I think they're using it already, but we just don't know where they're using it.
Right.
That's what I think.
So so the question is whether or not that's going to be reflective of income when they actually make their announcement.
Will it show up in earnings? I
Yeah,
mean, right now, states like Utah, Colorado, Arizona, Austin, Texas are getting tested up the wazoo.
Right.
Except Jay. Jay gets it and says, I got it. I'm not smelling. I'm not eating. I ain't testing.
Yeah, I already got it.
Yeah, well,
I'm good to go.
Ultimately, as long as you're able to stay okay, you're in the catbird seat.
Yeah.
Spike, you had no symptoms and you tested, right?
Right. So I had antibodies. They may be fading, but like I said, it's still not keeping me off the beach.
Yeah. I think baseball is in jeopardy, by the way. The Marlins, half the team has it.
Yeah. Yeah, so now at this point, they're just deciding which games to have. And I guess somewhere down the road, they're going to have to decide outright whether or not this was a good idea to begin with.
I think not. I think too many baseball players are coming down with it.
Well, the model requires a lot of airplane travel and some bus travel. The Mets were smart. They hopped on a bus to get to Boston.
And where's the separation in the dugout? They're right on top of each other.
Well, no, they have that. They took up the whole section behind the dugout also to spread out.
Yeah, but I see the players. They're fraternizing.
Well, they're friends.
Yeah. Well, if your friends can give germs to each other.
Well, that's what friends are for.
I guess so. But unless the friend is 24, 36, 24, 6, I'm not risking it.
Great reference.
Whatever the proper dimensions are.
Well, I think was it 36, 24, 36 were the right measurements back in 1961.
Well,
I think they're slightly different now.
So what is it, 36, 26, 24, 36?
Yeah, I am surprised you know that.
I don't know that. I got it wrong, didn't I?
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
What do they measure? I don't even know what they're measuring. They're measuring the hips. They're measuring the waist.
Right.
They're measuring the bust, right?
Right. So you could go a little bit down off the 36 these days, and you can go a little bit up on the waist because even though an hourglass figure might have its appeal, it's not very healthy. Okay. And that last number I think is a somewhat constant. I mean, at least this is my opinion.
All right. So a little off the breast, and a little increase in the waist.
Exactly. I think that's
Okay.
what a reasonable expectation would be.
So what are the new numbers?
Well, remember,
Wow.
I was born prior to 1970, so I still like the original set of
Let's
numbers.
not, can
We
you
have
give me
to we have to ask Jake what he thinks.
Jake, what are the right numbers these days?
I have no idea. Honestly, I
You have no
have
idea.
no.
Let's
Yeah.
see, Jake's smarter than us because he's not even stepping up to this conversation.
You know what I think it is? Personal preference.
Yeah. Well, I googled that. They mentioned that who put that Jigglypuff put it up. It's not bad.
Yeah, Jiggly knows the dimensions.
Yeah, he posted one.
That's why I thought of it. Jiggly's getting me into trouble.
Yeah, I know, but you just keep biting.
So
You're like a hungry fish.
My key stocks are Amazon, which on Thursday has earnings. I still have plenty of it. I do expect blowout earnings, but sometimes the doggone thing is built into the price and it goes down on the earnings.
Exactly.
So who the
I
heck
would think
knows?
that as well.
Who knows? And
Well,
then,
I mean, do you think there's going to be an entry back in at around 2,800?
yes, that's where my mark is set. My buy mark is between 28 and 29. I start buying.
Okay. Now, what about Walmart? Are you still happy with your Walmart holdings?
I'm a continuous Walmart buyer.
Because it didn't make the same moves that Amazon did, but deservedly so because it's not a pure internet play. It still relies on its brick and mortar fairly well.
It's my defensive play, so to speak. Somewhat defensive. Whereas
I mean, yeah, again, a lot of this is predicated on whether or not we think that, after Thanksgiving, that we're going to be hitting a lot more people being sequestered again. And,
it looks that way, right?
Well, logic would we talk about our hopes and dreams. Logic would dictate that there's probably a high probability that people are going to stay away from each other this holiday season.
So you're saying Brooklyn is seeing a spike again?
Spike is seeing a spike. Yes, I would say that. I'm going to actually stop mincing my words and saying that January it may not be mandatory, but a lot of people are going to self-quarantine in January.
And the schools will get shut again if they open.
Yeah, well, the whole deal was for the colleges anyway. Was they were telling everybody, listen, we'll let you go on campus, but you got to go home by Thanksgiving, figuring that would be the beginning of flu season. But they're not going to let them back on campus at the end of January. What they'll probably do is say after what would have been your spring break, we'll let you have April and May so that you can have your graduation ceremonies.
Right.
But that they'll start online and end on campus if they're even going to be that nice.
Yeah. Jiggly is waiting for an Amazon split and dip.
Split and dip. Now, since you're the technical analyst, there was this idea about behavior of a stock during a split announcement and then right after the split. The whole idea was that during the announcement there was sort of a bit of an increase, and then right after the split, like you said, there was a bit of a dip. Have you seen that behavior, or are you familiar with that concept?
I guess I think we're being criticized for our fluff.
Well, this is not fluff if it's actually a technical phenomenon that people should be concerned with.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, the other stuff was fluff, but that's fine.
Yeah,
That's my favorite part of the show.
Split.
Excuse me, Jake. What did you say?
This is a special treat. This is not our standard show. This is just so that the fans can get to know Spike and Jake and Dr. J a little better, and we can get to know our viewers a little bit better. And if you accidentally hear something that is interesting with respect to stocks, all the better.
Yeah, tell us about it. But don't tell us about it after you've made your millions. Tell us about it before you made your millions.
We're kibitzing with Brooklyn. What could be better than that?
Exactly.
What could be better? Jiggly is in rare form, right?
Yeah, I
Well,
really am
he's
for Jiggly, for BioCred. He's holding me through it.
is he still high from tandem?
I would-
Jiggly is high from tandem. He's bought himself some furniture. He sold at 103. He kept 100, and he bought furniture with the 3. Actually, he reinvested. He reinvested with the 3, with 100, and bought the furniture with the 3.
Right. Well,
Catherine don't mind this banter.
it's we're not really talking about our psychological problems. We're just sort of talking about current events and how they might affect our buying.
What, you have about 3 hours? I could talk about my psychological
Yeah,
problems.
right. Well, that's okay. I've already listened to that vlog.
No, I mean, come on. My wife can tell
Who
you.
else gonna listen to it?
When you're married for like 72 years, like me, unlike Spike, your wife knows your complaints better than you do.
Right. Well, I think after 23 years, my wife's pretty much got me down already.
You're like a newlywed, 23 years.
Well, I know. I hear the first 23 are the easiest.
Probably. Oh, I love it. We have BCRX going to the moon.
To the moon. Yeah, eventually.
Yeah,
I think there was somebody on StockTwits going, guys, turn it off and come back in a month. You'll be happy.
yeah. I mean, it's getting crazy. Like people are showing up at the headquarters, and
Yeah, exactly. We want news. It's the new protest.
Sean is getting in on the act. He's telling Jiggly he better be right.
Yeah, we better be right.
Otherwise, Sean is going to send Jiggly up with Richard Branson to outer space.
See, Jerry, I think you should change your disclaimer, Dr. J. Instead of saying our opinions are our own, we should say the opinions of us and our guests are our and their own.
And do not constitute investment advice. Do your own due diligence. Check with an
Exactly.
investment advisor before following any of our ideas, especially when we're talking about, waistlines and stuff.
Exactly. Or even when we start repeating the opinions of our friends.
But isn't there a hemline indicator? Mini skirts.
Oh, that's right. Wow.
There is
Yes.
a hemline indicator
In terms of that there's a correlation between the length of the hemline and the health of the economy.
I think Linda's going to get mad at me for this show.
Well, maybe she knows the correlation because I don't. I just know there is one.
I think the shorter the hemline, the worse stocks do. Well, maybe the better. No, the better.
Well, let's see. If you take the 20s, those hemlines kept crawling up while the stock market was crawling up.
No.
And then in the 30s, when the stock market crashed.
I think the shorter the hemline, the mini skirts are good for the market, and the longer midi skirts are not good.
Right. Well, let's again claim that there's a difference between correlation and causation.
yeah, that's true.
So,
But isn't there one that might be true? That is correlation with movies and the stock market. When horror movies are very much in, the market usually doesn't do well.
When the movie are in,
again, correlation versus causation.
I mean,
because the way I teach that is I tell everybody, don't go out and dress naked just because you want the stock market to go up.
But maybe there's something to that. People are in a somber mood. They want to, when the market is sour, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe in the correlation. Yeah, but like Spike said, they're not causation.
I think there could be something to it.
All right. So then, what's our observation? I mean, I'm on the beach, so I have a little bit of a biased view because there's nobody wearing long skirts here.
Well, Linda wants to know what's up with AEMD.
Good question.
You need to call him. You need to give Tim a call. See
All
what's
right, I'll
going
give
on.
him a call. I'll give him a call.
Yeah.
But
You gotta
you asked me. You
gotta
asked
get
me
some
about
info for your
ATA
data.
checks. ATA checks. I gave you an answer. I think the 260s would be a time to come back in.
Right. And that
Anywhere
it's
in the
worth
two-
worth
any-
staying in. It's worth staying in for the long haul, even if they don't get the barter money.
Well, Linda sold everything at that 310, which was a good move.
Oh, okay. Well, that may turn out to have been at least if we're still interested in the stock, then you're definitely going to find a buying opportunity.
I think she made a perfect sale, and it would not, if she can get back in the 260s, I think that's good.
Right. Right.
But
Yeah,
then again, what do I know? I also sold some, but at like at 279, 280. So
Yeah,
I waited a little too long.
Yeah, no, like I said, I bailed after that big hit that I didn't recognize as a short squeeze. So I felt lucky to get out at 250. Now I feel like a dope. Well, what about, on that same subject?
Yeah.
CVM gave us a little bit of a sell opportunity when it went close to 14, and now it's closer to 13 again.
You mean
What
today?
are you seeing with that?
Earlier today, it popped. Yeah.
Yeah, it did. I should have. I don't know. I think it's gonna go up a little bit before data. It always does. Always swings back and forth, 12 to 15. Yeah. I don't know.
Linda says we're going. Linda's getting political. She says we're going through a societal change, a big one. Is that politics? We're not allowed to talk politics.
Nah, well, society and politics are not the same thing.
Sociology.
Observation.
Sociology, we can talk.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree on that.
Yeah, no question. If the Democrats come in and sweep, that's going to be a big societal change.
I don't know. There's just so much they can do. I mean, Trump did teach the executive that they could do a lot more than they thought they could. But I don't think Biden's got the stomach for it.
No, come on. He'll be the Black Lives Matter movement. There's a lot of hot issues that DACA. DACA.
But
what else?
But he's the guy who likes consensus. He's not going to go out on his own.
Forget all of that. Forget all those issues. I think the main thing is the management of the COVID-19 crisis. That's
right.
the number one issue in my mind.
Well, then that's again. I don't want to paint this politically because it's not political. It's just this question of saying, how conservatively you want to address this, or do you want to be pragmatic? I mean, the thing was that back when things were bad, when polio was bad, and when the Spanish flu was bad, yes, the science wasn't there, but it wasn't as explicitly disruptive. Right. And so, so this question is, again, it's a societal question. How much, how risky do our politicians want to be on our behalf? I mean, back in the old days, they could just claim ignorance, but now they can't.
And Clarence points out that the small business owners are getting the shaft.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That's precisely where I'm headed with this. I mean, as much as this is important and this is dangerous, if we make this a change in society, it's not going to be a change that many of us will welcome because it's way too conservative. You hand over way too much of your freedom to a governmenting body.
Do you think the market will crash if the Democrats sweep and gain control of both houses?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's a good question.
Maybe for a day, but not ultimately.
Like Iran when that happened, like 2 days.
Or if you notice, remember this: the day Trump won, the futures went down like 900 points, and then they recovered a little bit later. So it's a question of gut reaction.
You think the same
In
thing?
other news, you can get plus 140 on Trump. So I don't know. If it goes to plus 200, it might be a good bet.
Trump is liable to he's liable to pull it out. Who knows?
Yeah, well, the debate will be telling. That's the thing, right?
In 1968, who would have thought that Nixon and George Wallace together got 55% of the vote?
Yeah, but that's
Against
because Kennedy
Humphrey.
was knocked out of the picture.
Well, you still had Humphrey, who was a pretty good.
Yeah, yay. Johnson was out of it, and if Johnson had gone back in after Kennedy got shot, maybe.
LBJ was nuts anyway, so just as well.
Yeah, well, that's true.
All right, guys.
But,
I forgot I had a call. I got to drop off. Go to the bathroom.
All right. A call from nature.
Yeah, and also a work
So
call.
I'm going to give everyone my shopping list. My shopping list is 3M, Amazon, CODX, CAPR, LAKE, and APT for now. 6 are on my list. You want to add any? BCRX, you want to add?
Yeah, I'm buying all BCRX on the dips and AMD.
All right, so Jake is adding AEMD and BCRX. You want to add any, Spike?
I'm just gonna stay with I like 3M, and I'm gonna stay with my waters.
PHO.
Yes.
That's it for today. You heard it. We gave you a list of 9 stocks, 9 names at the end. It was worth watching this show just for the end. We gave them the right 9 stocks to watch or to be in or something like that, or to short.
Right.
Who knows? Whatever you want to do with them. They're on Dr. J's watch list, and that's all I'm saying. I ain't saying buy them. I ain't saying sell them. Watch them.
Watch 'em.
Adios, amigos.
Adios.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.